Hello and welcome to my channel. I am Stephanie. This is the week 45, November the 6th through November the 12th weekly wrap up. Okay, jumping right into it. Last week was pretty much a shit show. Started off the week by having kiddo like really push himself in his 400 individual medley, which I don't know. I mean, he did amazing. He dropped like 10 seconds, but then on our way home or like immediately after, he looked super green and like didn't feel well and stuff like that. But on the way home, he ends up throwing up out of the truck and it was just not fun whatsoever. He ended up going to school on Monday and practice on Monday, but really had a really kind of bad practice. And yeah, ended up taking the week off. So he hasn't been swimming. But his fall fundraising link is down in the description box if you guys want to help me out and help him out staying in the water and things like that. So then him being home all week long, being sick, using like an abundance, just so many tissues. Oh my gosh. It was absolutely ridiculous. He wasn't eating. He like slept most of the day. I did make him get up and do some homework, like tell his teachers, hey, I'm be out sick. But I need to, still get the work. I don't think he did very much of it, which brings us to the fact that we're in our teenage days and it's hard. It is hard. Oh my God. It may be payback. And yeah, so we're dealing with that. And then this weekend that just passed was Dave's 50th birthday weekend. And oh my goodness, it was so much fun. We ended up going to the Notre Dame Navy game. And that was a lot of fun. We made it on television. You can barely see us. I'll like circle us or whatever in the picture. He ended up rewatching the game because we were there, so we didn't get to like see. But we ended up on screen like a couple times because our seats were absolutely amazing. If you saw the vlog from last week, you saw that we were like right in the end zone and yeah, great seating. Fun game, weird kind of strange game. Glad it was at noon and things like that. But once we got home, our pup Oscar, he ended up crossing that rainbow bridge and that was super hard. Super hard. So Saturday night we ended up taking him to a clinic so that he could be cremated. And that was super hard for Dave. And it kind of sucks that it happened on his 50th birthday weekend. But he's in a better place and grief hits like in waves. It's crazy, it's wild. But he will be missed. He was a big part of our family, a big part of our house story. And yeah, I find myself like thinking about, coming downstairs and asking, has he been fed? Or, has he been out or is he outside? Or when locking up the house and things like that still. And it's only been a couple of days, but, I'm sure it'll come in waves and it'll be little things like that. Last week I also went and got my nails done. Yes. They're super cute. I'm calling it a minty green and two-tone Philly color because Indies Invade Philly is the upcoming weekend. So I might do a vlog for it. I'm not exactly sure. I know I'll be driving up by myself and the marathon will be going on. So I don't know how much footage I may be getting. because I'm gonna have to pay attention to the traffic that's around and things like that. I also ordered some new glasses, so let's try those on right now. I love this company. This company is absolutely amazing. Their shipping has been superb. And they're super easy. You just get your prescription from your doctor and then put it in and everything like that. Now, we ended up going to the doctor's or the eye doctor again, and yeah, my prescription kind of changed, so that's kind of bad, but it's okay. So let's try them on. You guys need to let me know which ones you think are the best. They look a little different than what I thought they would, but that's okay, because I kind of like these. This is pair number 1. Got a little pink thing going, and I love the little circle. Yes. I can definitely see myself wearing these a lot often, like super often. Ooh, I'm loving these. Hello. How's it going? I love these. These are so cute. Yes. Ooh, I think I'm gonna look sophisticated in these. What? Oh. What do you think? Sophistication? Yes. Oh, yes. These are definitely doing it for me. What? Oh, I like these new styles. Yes, definitely. So let me know down in the comments which ones you guys like the best. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Yeah, I love those. Love them, love them, love them. And like I said, they were super inexpensive. Those, I believe, were like all $7 frames. And then you add on a little bit more for the lenses. But I think the maximum that I spent was like $40 for a pair. And if you know anything about glasses, and that's like total $40, like 40, maybe 50, maybe 50. But if you know anything about glasses, if you're a glasses wearer, you know that that is a steal for a complete prescription pair of glasses. Yes. And then you can just switch them out. Now, it does cost a little bit more when it comes to like adding in, like if you want other than single frame or single lens or single vision. So they have progressive and they have bifocals. If you want to get the blue light in them, or if you want to get photographic. Nope, not photographic. The ones that transition, that's what I was looking for. If you want to get transition, things like that. And a couple of the ones that I've had in the past are transition as well. So yeah, I love them. Love them, love them, love them. Got a book from the amazing Key Richards, and I believe that this is the next book in the series of her romantic suspense series, and it is called Dark Water Disappearance, and it's part of the West Investigation. Super excited about this. Saw her a couple weeks ago at the book signing here in Virginia, and she had told me about it and had already told me that it was on the way. So I'm super excited to read this because I love the West Investigations. She's given the perfect amount of spice and you know, suspense and things like that. And quick little read. Love it. Love it. Love it. Thank you, Katie, for sending that to me. Alrighty. Let's jump into the books that I did read last week. I started the week by finishing Ruthless Reign, which is Royal Reflections #1 by Aleatha Romig, placing this in romantic suspense, giving it 4.5 stars, giving it, wow, I didn't put any Steam fans in there. I think I'm going to go with like a 3 for the Steam fans. It wasn't super spicy, but it definitely had some spice in there. It was an arc. You guys can read it here, this date right here. And there are content warnings for the possibility or the underlining discussion of physical abuse and emotional abuse, some mental abuse things going on there. It hints to it and things like that. Royalty protocols, belittling. Oh my goodness. That like kind of draws into that emotional abuse type thing going on there. So we have Princess Lucille, and she is an American princess who has ties to a European country through her family and things like that, which means she technically isn't a princess of this other country, but she is a princess. It's kind of weird, but still, American princess. She marries into this family in Movella, I believe the country, the made up country. It's a made up country, guys. Made up country is named for, and she's married to the prince, and yeah, they have a very tumultuous relationship. Yeah, there's some things going on in the background. She's very much beloved by the country. The king has like this feeling of he may be passing soon and not exactly sure, but the prince is doing some underlining dealings and they don't know where to go about that. But he's very erratic. So the prince is very erratic, and the firm, which is the king, the queen, and all the things that go along with their royalty or their monarchy, they hire a guy named Oliver to play the prince. And the prince and Lucille actually have like a connection. Not really like a connection, but they have a vibe. They have a vibe. And when Oliver kind of slips up sometimes, she notices that it doesn't seem like that's her husband, the guy she married. And come to find out, there are a whole lot of secrets. Things going on. She has ties to America because her father is a senator. And yeah, there's lots of twists and turns. And that cliffhanger, mwah. Yes, this is part of a series or a duet or something or another. I don't know how many books Aleatha has going into this, but there is a cliffhanger, so be warned of that. And it is a good one. I kind of saw it coming, but I didn't see the specifics of it. I knew there was a twist coming. I just knew it. But when that twist hit, I was like, oh, there it is. Yes, so good. The next book that I finished was Damned If I Do by Lovelyn Bleu. And I'm placing this in Dark Romance Mafia. Giving it 4.25 stars, giving it 3.5. Steam fans had this as an arc. However, you guys can go read it. It is out. I believe it's available on KU. I'm not exactly sure. I think so. This is a Black author. There are content warnings. Oh my goodness. Beware of these content warnings, okay? There's rape, there's sexual assault, there's dubcon, there's blackmail, there's force breeding, there's violence, there's running away, there's sex work, there's revenge, and there are warring families here. So we have David, and he is part of this mafia family. He ends up getting kidnapped, and then we have Aria, and she is the second daughter to another fashion or warring mafia family to the one that David is in. And Aria's dad makes her do some things that are not nice whatsoever. David's torture from his kidnapping is on page. So like I said, be very, very weary, or be fully warned. Check the trigger warnings if there is something that you know felt kind of maybe possibly triggering with those content warnings that I just gave, because whew, it was a hard one. I was like, ooh. But this is also a sort of role reversal for the whole rape and essay. So yeah, there's that. I won't go any further because I don't want to give too many spoilers, but it ended up being a good one. I was on the edge of my seat, and I was definitely rooting for David and, wanting Arya to, put her foot down and woman up and things like that. And she ends up doing it. And I am looking forward to the next book. There's another book in this series that comes out soon, and I'm interested to find out what happens next. It's very much intriguing. Very intriguing. The next book that I finished was Only One Love, which is Only One number 7 by Natasha Madison. Placing this in sports romance, giving it 4.25 stars, giving it 4 Steam fans. Had this as an audiobook. There are content warnings for loads of public sex, like loads of public sex time. They were getting it on all over the place in public. And then there's sex tape. So we have Franny, or Frances, who is a TV producer that is in the sports arena. Her father, her family is all into hockey and things like that. Then we have Brad Wilson, or Wilson as he is continually known. He is the bad boy, but isn't really a bad boy. And the two of them, they end up hooking up. And I'm glad that I took some time in between reading this one and from the last book, because I completely forgot what the hook in was for this one. I liked getting to know Franny and getting to know Wilson and how they kind of mixed together. They kind of kept their relationship a secret, because Wilson plays on the same team as Franny's brother or cousin or one of her family members. So there's that. I enjoyed it. They had some wedding sex as well. So yeah. And then they were kind of fighting their attraction throughout the whole story. But I enjoyed it. The next book that I didn't finish was Black Witch Magic, which is Paranormal Hunters number 1 by Mila Nix, placing this in paranormal romance. I allowed TikTok to, pick my book again. And I DNF'd this book at about 25%. I'm going to give it 2 stars, giving it 2 Steam fans. I didn't really feel like there was a sizzle, but in that 25%, I was just like, okay. Got this on ebook through KU, but I also purchased the physical copies because I really, really liked the premise of this. And I'm sad that it didn't work out. Very, very sad that it didn't work out. So we have Selena, who is the descendant of witches, and she can't leave her town, but the guy that she was set up on a date with ends up coming up dead, and they feel that there was no real there wasn't any forced entry, so they think that something else was going on. And then we have Aiden, who is a YouTube ghost hunter, has a ghost hunting like television show type thing, and he comes to town to investigate this murder because it seems suspicious. Also to find out about Selena's descendants or her ancestors, and if there was really a curse and things like that. I just wanted more. It was quite boring. It felt it was boring. It was just boring. It wasn't hooking me. It wasn't hooking me in. The next book that I finished was Only One Forever, which is Only One number 8 by Natasha Matson, sports romance. Giving it 4.5 stars, giving it 3.5 Steam fans. Had this as an audiobook. This is a childhood lovers or childhood friends to lovers story. They bonded over childhood trauma and not really childhood trauma, but they were friends. So we have Dylan, who is part of the hockey family. He was adopted in. If you can remember back to his mother's story, he was the kid that his mom was in an abusive relationship, and he went to a hockey camp and met one of his mom was attracted to the stones. I mean, that's all I can think of is the stones. And Alexandra is a daughter of one of the stones, or the green. No, they're not the greens. Stones, and I can't remember the other family, but of the hockey family. So they sort of feel like family, but not family kind of thing. He has no blood relation to her, but of course that is what the media is going to spin it as if they find out that they have moved their relationship from friends to lovers. And when they end up getting together and when that conflict ends up happening, because it does end up happening, the media finds out about them and things like that. That wasn't the major conflict that ended up happening in the story. And when it was about the 50% mark, when that happened, and I was like, oh, okay, what else are we going to have happen? Well, Alexandra also moves to Dallas, because Dylan moves to Dallas because he's not having a good run with the team that he was on. So he moves to Dallas, and Alexandra moves to Dallas beforehand to run the foundation that Wilson started. And because she has, family ties and knows how to run it and things like that. And while she's running this new foundation for kids hockey and things like that, she ends up having a little boy that is left there and feels abandonment, and they bond over that trauma because she knows that Dylan went through that, and Dylan ends up bonding with him. And that last like 20% of this book about gotcha and all that was just like so good and so heartfelt. And I was just like, okay, that's where we're going with this. Yes, it's not about their relationship, it's about the relationship that they have, and healing from that past trauma of abandonment and things like that. So it was just so good. It was so good. I was like in tears. Yes. The next book that I finished was Pinot Grigio, which is a Lunchtime Chronicles number 48 by Rosemarie. This is a interracial romance, rockstar romance. This is the brother of the rock group. Giving it 4 stars, giving it 4 Steam fans. Had this as an ebook through KU. This is a Black author. This is a novella. And we have Harlow, we have Marcello. Marcello is the brother of, like I said, the other half of the twin rock group that Rosemarie did before. I believe it was Merlot, is the first book. And the two of them, they hooked up. Harlow and Marcello hooked up during the brothers' wedding, and they were together for like years. But they never like took it to another level until they were like kind of pushed in that I'm seeing you with another person situation, and then they were like they made the realization that they wanted to be together. They needed to be together, and then they were together, and it was good. It was sexy and it was fun, and yeah, I enjoyed it. The next book that I finished was Nicolo, DeLuca. This is Savage Bloodlines number 13 in the collection. This is by Loren. This is Mafia Interracial Romance Novella. Giving it 4.25 stars, giving it 4 Steam fans, had it as an ebook. Also available through KU. I read, which version did I read? I followed along with the KU version, but I read the collection version for this one. This is a Black author. This is an arranged marriage. Nicolo. Why did I have trouble saying that name? Nicolo is the DeLuca lawyer in Charlotte, and he keeps his hands clean. He's not really part of the life. He makes it very clear that the dealings that he does for the DeLucas are on the up and up. And Simone is part of is a lawyer. She's a lawyer, first of all. And she's also part of a family that wants to be connected with the DeLucas. And they arranged this marriage. Well, come to find out, there is a childhood crush thing going on. They had known of each other prior to, and they were like, both of them told their sides of the family that, you know, that's who they wanted. And come to find out, that's who they're arranging the marriage for. And I really enjoyed this book. There is some government conspiracy stalkerish type things going on in it, but I really enjoyed the ride. Then the final book that I finished reading last week was Giuseppe DeLuca, which is Savage Bloodline number 14 in the collection. This is by Imani J, Interracial Romance Mafia. Giving it 4 stars, giving it 4 Steam fans, had it as an ebook, got it through KU, and read the author's notes in the beginning of the KU book and found out that there was added information or added text. So I just read the KU version of it. This is a Black author. There is content warning for abuse, cheating, conspiracy, what else? Kidnapping, lots of wild times. So we have Giuseppe, also known as Joey. And then we have Madeleine. Giuseppe, or Joey, is a lawyer for the family. He's not in the life either. He is on the California side, or west. He's in California on the West Coast side. He's definitely keeping the family's nose clean on that side. But he knows that the family will have his back if he needs them. Then we have Madeleine, who is the daughter of a bad guy. He's a gang boss, and she is supposed to marry this other guy, and she has always seen Joey and decides to proposition him. He's like, one night we're gonna get together and do the thing. But then her father ends up finding out. Is this the one? Is that the right one? Yes. So then the father ends up getting mad at her for like not doing what he told her to do, and it just is bad. And at first I was like, okay, I'm here for Madeleine. But then when the reveal happens that she tells the fiance that she's not going to like get with him, or she was breaking off, or that she did this one night thing, the way that he belittles her and like flips out, I was just like, ah. And how obedient and kind of weak she felt, I was just like, is this the same person? Because you was real bold going up to Joey, but now you're doing this. I don't understand. It was a little bit of a miss for me. Yeah. But I like the character. I kind of wanted more. So what am I currently reading? I am currently reading Western Waves by Brittainy C. Cherry. Primo DeLuca by Keta Kendric. Mai Tai by Amarie Avant. And I am going to start the Madigan Mountain series, which is A Little Too Late by Sarina Bowen, A Little Too Close by Rebecca Yarros, and A Little Too Wild by Devney Perry, because I am seeing Rebecca this weekend at Indies Invade Philly, and I want to talk to her. I mean, I have lots of things to talk to her about, but I definitely want to talk to her about that book. And see her. So there's that. Other than that, I'm trying to think. There's nothing else. I will announce this is the winner of the Kennedy Ryan giveaway. I will have that package in the mail shortly for you. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy it and all the other goodies that I might put in there. Other than that, if you enjoyed this video, it's super long this week, so sorry. I'm doing my hair. I'm in the midst of doing my hair, so yeah. When you see me next, I probably won't look like this. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. There's a feedback form. There's my son's fall fundraiser link in the description box. There's the author suggestion form, the author interest form, so much going on. Last week I dropped a Let Me Introduce You, and this week I will also be dropping a Let Me Introduce You, because the following week is Thanksgiving and I have another video planned for that week, for that Thursday. Maybe, possibly. But it's Thanksgiving and you guys probably won't even be watching YouTube, so I may not put a video out next Thursday. I don't know. Haven't decided, but it's Thanksgiving. So, but this week is this week. So yeah, there's that. Okay, I'm done rambling. I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching.